Tricks big YouTubers never share. Thank you, subscribers. Okay guys, so we want to grow our channel, we want to get more views, we want to do all that stuff, but how do we do it? I'm going to tell you, matter of fact, I want to tell you a story about one of my friends that has one of the biggest channels on YouTube and what she did to get more subscribers, but more about that in just one second. In this particular video, I want to show you these tricks that these top YouTubers are using every single day to get more views, and we're starting right now. Now, if you're brand new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Big subscribe button down there. There's a bell next to it. Hit bell notifications, turn on all notifications so that you're notified. You're the VIP group, the Fisher family that finds out about these videos before anybody else. I'll actually notify you. Okay, so let's work on those videos. Now, certain people do really well on YouTube, and it really is incumbent upon you to look at this stuff and look at some of these people. And the one person I'm going to tell you about right now, I'm showing you on the screen right now. This is Wholesale Ted. I know her, had dinner with her. We've done some collaborations where I did a webinar with her, and she does extremely well, extremely well. Now, she has kind of a secret that I alluded to in the beginning. This is the person I was talking about, and she did something that was really out of the ordinary that not too many people do, and you don't have to do this, but it give you an idea as to what she was doing, and that thing blew her channel up. And now at this point here, I think she has, according to this, over 500,000 subscribers. And check it out, she could be making up to as much as, you know, $4,000 a month just on ad revenue. So that's pretty darn good. And she did this in the inside maybe 2 years, something like that. So and keep in mind that YouTube is not a short-term venture. You're not going to get out there in 2 months be making a ton of money. It's just not going to happen. I'm sure there's some videos that are going to blow up, but for the most part it's not going to happen. This is a long-term thing. But the good thing about YouTube also is that it's a long-term thing. So if you start making a lot of money in a year or 2 years, that money doesn't go away in the next 6 months. It keeps flowing. So that's the cool thing about YouTube. Let's check out a couple other channels here. This one here is ARY Digital, okay, and this one here you can see it looks like it's over in Pakistan, and if you look here, check this out. This kind of blows my mind. He can be making as much as almost $2 million a month just on ads. Yes, let me repeat myself, almost $2 million a month, or $21.9 million a year in ad revenue. This doesn't include anything he sells, and ad revenue is generally 10 to 20% of your income. You want to let that settle for a second? Yeah, it's a lot of money. And if you think that's a lot of money, check this out here. This here is WorkPoint Official. They got an A+ on Social Blade. Social Blade is a place you can go to, guys, and check out any of these channels. But check this out, $2 million a month, $23 million a year in ad revenue. That's kind of crazy, right? Now here's the truth. You can't succeed if you don't know this secret, which I'm getting ready to share with you. The secret is the thing that makes it for all these top YouTubers. Okay, this is the secret. Don't blame yourself if you didn't know this. If you didn't know this secret before, I'm going to give it to you right now. It's not your fault. Nobody just told you before. Now, before I give you the secret, I also want to tell you that even if you have the secret, if you don't do this other thing, you're never going to do well on YouTube. And the other thing, and it's job number one, it's audio. Okay, really important. I keep trying to improve my audio. Both my walls here are padded, not because of what I act like, but because it absorbs sounds. Okay, and if it absorbs sounds, it's going to make the audio better. And if you notice, I've got a little lavalier mic here that's hooked into my camera because that's going to give it better sound. If I just film from my iPhone, it's going to sound echoey and not as good. So audio is number one. Okay, everything else comes after audio. If you have bad audio, nobody's going to watch your video. They're just not. So make sure you understand that. Now the big secret sauce is what? It's charisma. It's charisma. Okay, you got to be charismatic. You have to connect with your audience. Now this is a screenshot of some of Sarah's videos here, and it's really pretty interesting. Why 99% fail, and look at the expression on her face. And then the one below that, she's talking about coronavirus, and she's got the virus on there. She's got a mask on, $1,000 extra a month, and she looks pretty happy about that. She's holding up some money there. So typically, you know, we think of charisma as, you know, strong and confident and beautiful and well-spoken and super well educated, and they dress nice and wear the best clothes. And though that could be charisma, that's not the charisma I'm talking about. On YouTube, to have charisma, you simply have to be interesting and hopefully different. And I mentioned this in some of my other videos, but different is so important, guys. It's hard to be better. It's really hard to be better than everybody out there. It's hard to be the best, but it's really easy to be different because you're you. You are you. Just be you. Don't copy anybody else. Don't do what they're doing. I mean, you can follow some of their best practices, but don't try to be their personality. Don't try to grab somebody else's personality and act the way they do. I saw that a lot with Gary Vee and a lot of people trying to do videos like him by dropping the F word constantly. And you know, that doesn't make you good. That just, I don't know, he can get by with it. I don't think the average person can. I don't think the average person needs to do that. I saw him speak at a convention and they introduced him as the F word guy. Okay, so you know, maybe that's his shtick, I don't know, but he's got a whole lot more going for him than the fact that he uses that word, you know, throughout his language. Check this out. I looked up charisma. Let's see what charisma says. Compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others. Now the key word here is devotion, and if we look up the keyword devotion, what do we find? We find love, loyalty, enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause, devotion to duty, never wavered. So we want these people devoted to us. Okay, we want things that are going to interest them. We want things that we can express our emotions about. If you're not emotional about, you know, what you're doing, and it can be happy, sad, excited, whatever it is, show some emotion. Don't get in front of that camera and just talk like this. It's just not good. We don't want that. Okay, we want something that is excited. You also need to know what your audience desires are. You know, my audience desires are to make money online and to grow their business, and you know, I show it through YouTube, I show it through WordPress websites, I show it through marketing, but bottom line is that's what they desire. So I need to do videos that's going to help them achieve those goals. Here on the screen I've got Jonah Cedia, and her YouTube channel has, let's check this out right here, 3.23 million subscribers, and she started this in high school. Okay, so she's only got 102 videos, but what she does is she does videos that those high school kids can relate to, and thus she's been able to build a huge following. Now here's the cool thing. As you grow your channel, you will become more charismatic. If you go back to my first video, and please don't do that, please don't go back and look at that video, please don't do that. I know some of you will, but if you go back and look at my first video, you're going to find out it wasn't real charismatic. And I don't mean that I didn't get the point across or I didn't teach something. I mean, well, you'll have to see it. You just have to go look at it. I'm not going to put a link to it because I don't want you to watch it, but if you saw that, you would say, wow, this guy's really bad, he shouldn't be doing videos. Fortunately, if you do something over and over again and you try to get better at it, don't do something over and over again and never try to improve it. Okay, that's the one ingredient a lot of people forget. You know, just because you've been doing something for 20 years doesn't mean you're good at it if you never tried to improve it. So that's super important. When I first did videos, I didn't have lighting, I didn't have my sound right, they were too short. I didn't focus my camera. Can you believe that? I didn't know how to focus the camera, so most of them were pretty blurry. Okay, they didn't come out good at all. So bottom line is you need to use some social triggers, something that people can relate to. If you notice in the beginning of my video, I talk about, you know, I've sold millions of dollars, you know, of digital and physical products online. Or did I mention that? If I didn't, I have, so that's helpful. So what is your thing? What is your thing you can connect socially with? And it could be you lost 30 pounds in 30 days. That's interesting to somebody. I remember, you know, when I first started out, I'm like, well, what is my hook? What is it I can tell these people? And somebody said to me, well, you sold millions of dollars of products, well, why didn't you mention that? I was like, well, yeah, it's probably an important factor. And let's look at some other people here. We've got Ty Lopez, and here's a screenshot, and this particular one was here in my garage. Here in my garage. Okay, now if you look at it, he has 69 million views on this video. Now sure, he ran ads to this video, and I know that, but the point is this video blew up because he had an awkward kind of charisma in it. He talked funny, he acted funny. People were like, who is this guy? What is this? And they started searching the internet, and he actually really blew up and did very, very well. The next thing you can do if you want to build some social credibility is collaborate with another YouTuber that is talking about the same subject you are. I did one with Sarah, and I'm getting ready to tell you what she did, by the way, that really helped her take off. You're gonna think it's really funny, but anyhow, I collaborated with her, and that got me, I know that month or two, tons of views and tons of subscribers because she already had that following. Now you may be surprised that a lot of these big YouTubers will be willing to collaborate with you, and if they're not, bump down a notch, get somebody who's equal to you or just a little above you and say, hey, I'd like to do, you know, collaboration with you, let's do a video together. That can get you some social awareness and social proof that you're relevant. So don't be afraid to contact these people. Sure, most of them will say no, but the few that say yes could really help your channel take off. Next thing you can do is make some timely videos that are hooked to a famous person. Like right now, if you did a video on Elon Musk and his factory being closed, that would probably do really well, and people searching Elon Musk and they see that in your title may likely click on that title and watch your video. So think about what's going on in the world here. Even though you may not be able to get Elon Musk to sit down with you and talk, you can certainly do a video about him since his name is really big in the news right now. Think about your own credentials. Maybe you're doing a cooking channel, and maybe you're a chef, maybe you work at a restaurant, okay, or maybe you're a chef that went to cooking school, so now you're a chef with a degree, or maybe you went to cooking school in France, so mention that. So now I'm a chef with a degree from France, okay? So the more things you can put in there, the cooler you're going to make it sound, and the more social proof you're going to have. Now here's an example of Russell Brand, and you know, first thing I'm going to say about Russell Brand is look at the quality of the video. This is nothing special. He's got a microphone, he's sitting in front of a curtain, looks a little bit like a terrorist. I know he's not, but he looks like it, and he's talking about Adele's body because she lost weight. He didn't get Adele on there, he did a video about how much weight she lost and his opinion of other people's opinions. So he's smart in the fact that he found something, he plucked something from a news headline out there and did a video that was relevant. You can do the same thing. Hey, maybe you want to do a video on Adele's weight loss. Maybe you're in fitness, maybe this would be perfect for you. It's a great idea. Check out that video. Okay, here's a picture from my wife and me with Caesar Milan, the dog trainer. Now her dog training is entirely different from his. He has a different style, she's got a different style, but there's social proof there. You know, people say, well, I know I've seen that Caesar Milan guy, and if he's hanging out with Jessica, gee, she must be somebody. So use that social proof. If you can snap a picture with you and anybody important, do it anytime you can. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, that's manipulation, JR. We don't want to manipulate. No, it's not. It's about honoring those people that have some fame and saying, hey, I'm honoring this person by saying, hey, I want to have my picture taken with them. So it's a win-win situation. You also want to leverage the power of words. You'll find it a lot in different titles, words like secrets or revealed or uncovered, or I'm going to pull back the curtains. Another thing you can say is, well, I finally admitted what I did wrong, but you need to deliver on this. So don't put those words in there like I've got these secret steps and you never really come up with any secret steps. Don't do that. Okay, make sure your content is good and you deliver on that title. Also check the tonality of your voice. Don't always talk at the same rhythm. Don't do that, guys. Now if you hear me talking, this is just my normal way of talking. Sometimes I talk fast, sometimes I talk slow, but I always talk. That's one thing that my wife has told me. I do talk, and I talk a lot, but the point is you can't get in front of this camera and be monotone. And I will tell you, I was really pretty monotone when I first started doing these videos, and like I said, don't go back and watch that original video, but you know, I was trying to talk to a camera instead of talk to a person. And that's one thing I would tell you is understand you're talking to a person, you're not talking to a camera. The camera doesn't care what you do, the people do. So let me get back to Sarah's story. You know, I asked her, I said, what did you do that really made a big difference? She says, well, I'm kind of a quirky person. I'm a little different. I have a little bit of a speech impediment. I'm tiny. I'm a woman trying to work in e-commerce. So what I ended up doing was a little dance at the end of my videos. She did a dance. You can check out her channel. She dances in her videos. Almost every time at this point, she'll do a little dance. And I'm not saying you need to do a dance, but you do need to do something different. Something that's going to seem different from everybody else, because dancing in an e-commerce video doesn't really fit. And that's good because it's different, right? You want to be different. You don't want to try to be the best. Don't forget, I've got a course below there. It's a $97 course. If you really want to get ahead, grab that course. It's absolutely free. And I would check out these videos too, right here. I would check out these videos because they're really going to help you make more money online. I really appreciate you listening to this video, and put your comments below, like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, turn on notifications, do all that stuff. and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.